upset because it's not Starships.
Did he fix it?
Yeah. I'll be honest, the blue.
I think I did fix it. I think I finally fixed it. Okay, I figured out what was wrong. I'm sorry about that, guys. Now turn it up. Okay, hold on one second. Let me turn it back up.
What up?
How about now? How's that? Good? Nailed it? God damn. I'm sorry, guys. This is the first week without Kenny, and I'm a fucking big shithead. So let's go through this all again. And I'll go, hello, it's me, it's Mike, it's Faded Happy Hour. Welcome. We got Danny, the young boy, right up there. We got Bailey, she's our guest host. And it's Bourbon Week, baby. We're gonna get fucking hammered. Because now I figured it out, and hopefully I'll never have to fucking go through that headache ever again. Good to see you guys. How you doing?
Bailey, you go first.
How am I doing? I'm fine. I'm cold. I want to drink. It's been a short week work-wise, but I've been working all day, so I just want bourbon. This is my 4th day of sobriety. Oh. If you don't count the beer that I had last night, which I don't count.
That doesn't count. Beer isn't.
No, it doesn't. I'm really glad that you agree. So, beer is not alcohol. It's food, though. So, Danny, what about you?
Pretty much is.
I'm okay. I'm chilling. I'm excited because our guest today is the first person whose name is also the thing that Mike drank every morning before elementary school.
I get it. Yeah.
Danny used to just drink a big jug of ragu before he went to school.
This is cute. I like this. Irish versus Italian thing. I think I'm going to. I'm a little bit of both, so I feel like I can take shots at both of you.
Yeah, it's play both sides.
Please.
Fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have to hear both sides.
Well, we got 3 drinks on tap tonight. We got bourbon on the menu. Which drink do we want to start out with? Danny, you want to pick?
Let's let Bailey pick. She made the drink list. She's our bartender.
I feel like we should start with a whiskey sour only because it's easy and it's good, right? It's just reliable. I do need ice though. I have to retrieve ice.
Absolutely. While you're doing that, I'll go through all the stuff that I normally go through at the top of the show that I didn't. Obviously, down there below, we have Bailey's Venmo. If you got it and you're enjoying yourself tonight, do come up off it. We're making some fantastic drinks. You're going to catch a nice little buzz for yourself, and that's got to be worth something. As far as our end goes, if you go up there, you smash that subscribe button. That helps the program. If you want to support the show otherwise, you can go on our merch page. You can see fucking nifty little Faded merch. We got all sorts of stuff. A couple new products coming down the pipeline, Danny, that I'll tell you about off air. But something for March to look forward to for the people.
Do I get a free shirt for being on the show?
You typically that used to be the case for the stand-up show, but yeah, we should. I just haven't been.
Is that presumptuous of me? Have I not earned my stripes?
Actually, you know what? Our manufacturers in Chicago, if you want to go pick it up from 1 Hour Teas, I'll put in an order.
I'll do that. It'll be an excuse to leave my apartment.
There you go. Remind me to do that. I'll take care of that.
Okay, great.
We got an active chat, by the way. I feel like I want to lob a question to the chat. We got to keep the chat active.
It's a lot of first timers. I wonder what it is about this week that has the chat so active.
I'm excited.
I think it's my sweater.
It is Danny's sweater. Everybody's talking about Danny's sweater.
My first.
Go for it. Yeah.
The only thing, I was having a conversation earlier today with my buddy Logan. Shout out to Spiel. I don't think he's watching. And the conversation was around. He was talking about how much he enjoys the song "Empire State of Mind" by Jay-Z, featuring Alicia.
My dad's favorite song.
Of course it is, because does he love the Yankees? I don't know. But the thing that I couldn't get is because we lived in New York, we went to the same middle school, elementary school, high school together, and that song now makes me nauseous because of how often it was played. And I'm wondering if there are any songs in your lifetime that like you have to take a 10-year break from, or you can't come back to. And it doesn't necessarily have to be like a breakup or whatever. It's just like, oh, this song makes me feel like nauseous. It's that song and Party Rock Anthem I heard those songs twice every day for about 2.5 years, and then I had to stop, and now I can't.
So for me, that's a really easy answer, and it's "Roar" by Katy Perry.
Ooh.
And The reason is because for a half of a second in college, I was in a sorority, and it coincided with the time of year that song actually came out in 2013. So just at all sorority parties and fraternity parties, it was played ad nauseum. And as a result, like if I hear it, I feel like I have like actual PTSD reactions. Like it's bad. So I never want to hear that song again, as long as I live. Thanks for asking.
Yeah. College will specifically do that to you, where it's not even if you're in a sorority, but like you will just go to parties and now Fetty Wap is playing here, and Fetty Wap is playing there, and Fetty Wap is playing here, and I love Fetty Wap. But if you hear him 50 times in a row in 10 days, you don't want to listen to Fetty Wap anymore.
So a thing that's embarrassing that I'm just going to go ahead and say, because I say every other embarrassing thing on the internet, is that there is one song that I heard way too often in college, which was Fucking Problems by A$AP Rocky. And I heard it constantly in college, and still to this day, for the past, so Spotify started doing Spotify Raps in 2015. And every single year since 2015, that song has been in my top 5 songs listened to.
You know what? Like, two of my favorite songs from like when I used to go to bars.
Information.
Two of my favorite songs from when I used to go to bars in college was that. You guys remember that Dynamite song?
By Tao Cruz or whatever? Yes.
Yeah. Dog.
Yes, I do.
You roll into Julio's in 2007 and that's cranking, you're feeling pretty good.
In 2007, I was in 7th grade.
Yeah, well, I wasn't, so I was at a bar. So
it's all fine.
Get on my level. That and what was that? Wayne Wonder. What was the name of that song?
That I can't help you with.
Wayne Wonder.
What was the name of the song? I can't think of it. Anyways, let's get started on this drink.
I've already started it. I don't know the rules.
Well, you're supposed to tell us at home how to make it. So
okay. Fill a shaker with ice. That's your first step.
That's step one? All right.
It's like cocktail making 101. And if you don't have a shaker, then just use a glass full of ice. Do you have a Tupperware tub full of ice?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I have my mini fridge, and I just take it out while I'm...
Right. Fill it with ice, and then put 2 shots of bourbon in it. Whatever bourbon is your favorite. I use Woodford because I'm from Louisville, Kentucky, so I feel like I can only drink good bourbon.
Absolutely. So we got 2 ounces of the bourbon, and then how much are we doing?
And then after that, simple. You're gonna want to do equal parts lemon and simple. I like 3/4 of an ounce, half an ounce, kind of depending, but do 3/4 of an ounce of each. Just make it easy. And I am using store-bought simple, which feels like a shitty cop-out thing to do, considering it's literally just sugar and water.
Yeah, I don't feel like sitting there boiling sugar water that much.
But I'm glad we're aligned.
Do you feel a specific sense of pride being from Louisville, really?
Do I feel what?
Do you feel a specific sense of pride, like when people are like, "We're from Louisville"? It's like, yeah,
yes.
We got Derby.
Yeah, of course. That's absolutely. I'm muted to shake. I'm so smart. I know that's probably like a no-brainer. And then you have to pour it over ice, and I don't have ice in my cup. So.
I dropped an ice cube. I dropped several ice cubes. God damn.
People will garnish this with a cherry, but I don't do that. But if you have a cherry and you want to garnish it with a cherry, then it's your life.
Yeah, I'm probably going to do that.
Okay. Or an orange peel. Also, not really my game.
I'm going to do both. I'm trying to up the garnish game as of late. Because at first I was just like, I'm not garnishing anything.
It kind of, it can just elevate the whole experience.
Absolutely.
You know? But I'm drinking for utility tonight.
Absolutely. Where's my cherries? I got my cherries right here. I got my orange.
Do you want to know a fun fact I know about whiskey sours?
Yes.
Danny, since you're not done
That's me. Cheers.
Okay, so this is like whenever I say 2 truths and a lie, this is always a thing that I use, which is that I say I'm a competitive sailor because I am a competitive sailor, but it's one of those things that people are like, what the fuck? Especially because I'm from Kentucky. Yeah, no, we want to unpack it right now. But I know a lot about sailing and pirates as a result. And whiskey sours used to be what like sailors used to drink to keep them from getting scurvy. Be like if they only had lemon juice and whiskey, they'd be like, okay, I'm just gonna make this and then I won't get scurvy.
There you go.
So it's medicinal.
Yeah, it's because of the citrus. The citrus.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's take a sip of that.
Well, thank you to.
Ah, fantastic. And somebody in the chat asked if you're a big fan of egg whites in the sour or not.
Yeah, that's a funny thing. I was asked that the other day. I personally am not. I think it makes it a little bit too rich, just for my liking, because I like to just drink it and kind of pound the whiskey sour. Like whiskey sours for me are like they're a utility alcohol. It's not like I feel like where the other two are a little bit more enjoyable. But no, egg whites are enjoyable, but just a little too rich for me right now.
That's if I'm gonna have one drink and only one drink, which is a fucking rare phenomenon as of late. But yeah, if I'm having 3 or 4 drinks, I don't really need egg whites.
Or it's like if you're at a hotel bar and you are gonna pay $18 for whiskey sour, like you better have fucking egg whites in it. You know?
Yeah, for that, absolutely.
But for me right now, unnecessary.
So by
I realize is my full name is on this right now. Which
it's not showing up on the screen, don't worry.
Okay, I was like, good.
Yeah.
That's nice. I was like, can everybody suddenly see my full name? I learned recently that a bunch of people don't actually even know my name is Bailey.
It honestly did take me a minute to like think if that was it, because I was like, I'm pretty sure it's Bailey, because I was like,
yeah, I mean,
like I remember having to do some thinking and being like, I'm pretty sure her name's Bailey.
I'll be honest, when I saw Twitter, I was like, I don't know who this is, but why does she hate Odell Beckham Jr.?
All right, fine. I will explain.
Can we please get this out?
Yeah, I need to know the.
I'm a Giants fan and I miss Odell every day, so I felt confronted.
So here's the thing, I'm really devastated to inform you that I don't give a shit about Odell Beckham Jr. and not in the sense of like, oh, he sucks, but my initials are OBJ.
But your name's Bailey.
That's right. So it means that my first name is something that's not Bailey.
Oh, now this is a puzzle.
Oh, that's the thing that made me go, wait. Is
Good
that
job,
not...
guys.
This is Da Vinci Code level stuff. Okay.
It is. I don't even like everybody knowing that my initials are OBJ, but that's why. Like, I don't have any beef with Odell Beckham Jr. It's that I am OBJ and I suck.
Okay.
Does that clear it up?
See, Jack guessed if it's Jack guessed Ophelia.
You cannot guess my name on this right now. If people start
Orenthal? Is it Orenthal?
It's Orenthal. It's actually.
I knew it.
It's Orville.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do. It's already too late. People have started guessing. Whoever guesses Bailey's first name right, Mike will donate $150.
I like this. Yeah.
To the charity of his choice.
I never
to the charity. What about to the charity of my choice? Because it's my name.
Yes, to the charity of Bailey's choice.
Okay.
Bailey, if you get her name right, Venmo her because good job.
Yeah, you should do that anyways.
There have already been people who have Venmoed me, which is really nice. Thank you, gentlemen, because you both appear to be men. Thank you.
We have a pretty solid mix of men and females that and anywhere in between.
Men and females? What did you just say? Men and females?
Mike, take it. Mike, take it from here.
What?
You sit on this screen.
What did I do?
Men and females.
Well,
fine.
The man. Okay, males and females.
Or men and women.
Men and women. That's what I meant.
I'm not here to police you on your own show. Just continue.
Okay. I wasn't being one of those guys who says female like that.
It kind of seemed like that's exactly what you were doing, actually.
No, I was just trying to think of the different genders. I can't remember them all.
There are definitely more than 2.
Every day I remember.
I agree. Listen, we all agree on this show. Listen, Olga, we agree.
Olga.
Is that it? Did I get it?
Not reaction.
I did tell you I was Danish. Not
Oh,
that it was
yeah.
a Danish name, but
Makes
that
sense.
actually, it's gonna completely throw the wrong, like it's not a Danish name.
Is it Eddie
Can't think.
Redmayne?
What could it be?
Is it what?
I said Eddie Redmayne because he was in the Danish.
Yeah. Yes. Who I thought for a long time was a woman.
Who?
Eddie Redmayne.
The first time I saw Eddie Redmayne in a movie, I thought that he was a woman.
Who's Eddie Redmayne?
He was the lead actor who won Best Actor in Academy.
That
Academy
stands to
Award
reason that you don't know who that is.
in the
Wait,
movie
who?
Danish Girl. He won the Academy Award for Best Actor for 2015's. That's a guess. The Danish Girl. Was it 2015? No.
I don't know.
I never
But
saw
he
that
played
movie.
he played Stephen Hawking in The Theory of Everything.
Like Stephen
And
Hawking.
I think also won an
I
Oscar
didn't watch
for
that movie. You think I
Wait,
watched a movie
actually-
about a nerd?
Can I want to know what Mike's favorite movie is.
Oh, I know what it is. It's The Departed. No, obviously.
Oh my
I don't-
god,
I don't
no.
really have a favorite. Blank Man, probably. That's probably the movie I've watched the most.
But that is not the same thing as being your favorite movie. Everybody knows that.
How is that different?
Because
It's the
you can
movie
do
that
something
I
a lot
like
of
the
times and
most.
it's not your favorite. What?
I said it's the movie that I like the most.
Okay, well that. All right, asshole. Then that would constitute as your favorite. What's your favorite movie,
Yeah.
Danny?
Well, I was going to ask you Oscar, but I'll go first. My favorite movie is Broadcast News. 1987 Broadcast News, starring.
I've never seen that.
Oh, please save yourself like 2 hours and 15 minutes and go on a experience. Holly Hunter, William Hurt, Albert Brooks, directed by James L. Brooks, 1987, nominated for Best Picture. All three leads got nominated for an Academy Award. What else do I have to say?
Somebody in the chat said my favorite movie is Scarface, which, if you know anything about me, I'm a big anti-Scarface guy. That movie is not
wait,
good.
wait. Hold on, rewind. How can you be an anti-Scarface guy? How can you watch Scarface and be like, I'm anti-this?
It's not a good movie.
I will say, Oscar, growing up as an Italian, you hate Scarface very quickly. It is a movie that you just, because everyone's got the Scarface poster and everyone wants to play rough, okay? And it gets very tiresome very quickly. But I do understand that it's very cool, and Al Pacino is one of our finest actors. God rest his soul. Wait, he's
I would
alive.
agree with that.
He's alive.
I was
He
going to
is
say,
alive.
I was like, unless he died today,
Yeah.
then I think he's still alive. The blowtorch.
Speaking of something to
nice.
drink to, rest in piss, Rush Limbaugh. Goodbye forever.
Yeah.
I agree.
That guy fucking sucked.
I was about to say, have either of you ever accidentally broken a death of a famous person to somebody, like in a way that was? I once broke the news of Robin Williams' death to an improv class, which
Was it Pete?
And they were like, probably like it was their deity.
yeah,
Like,
Which isn't
They were
even the
disturbed.
funniest Robin Williams death relay related thing. That, do you ever see that tweet from Peter King?
oh,
No.
that's incredible.
No.
Search Peter King. Robin Williams died.
Where he was
It's-
like, I stared at the waiter in the face, and he was like,
And he's like, I thought the waiter was gonna cry, and it's just like, why are you telling us this?
Milwaukee asked restaurant host, God, did you hear about Robin Williams? No. Died, he killed himself. Thought he would cry. That is. Okay, actually, do you want to hear about the time that somebody broke a celebrity death to me and I cried?
Mm-hmm.
Do you all want to guess who died? And no, we won't do this. I was at a Dunkin'
that
Donuts.
would-
Wait, okay, well, you left it open. You left it open. Can I get
I hear that the celebrity has died, and I immediately cry in public. I'm in public. I'm at Dunkin' Donuts. I hear that this person has died, and I cry. Who's the person?
Paul Walker.
It's been really nice being on the show, but no, not Paul Walker.
Day.
I'm not-
I've
Yeah.
never seen the Fast and Furious movie. What, Danny? What was your
Really?
guess?
I said I'm not gonna say that, but I'm gonna say Christopher Plummer. because he just
died. No, I mean I love Christopher Plummer, great guy. No, okay, the answer is Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Oh, well, that's a
Oh yeah, he did rule.
I heard that he died, and I don't know. I was just maybe I was on my period or something. I don't know what happened, but I just immediately was like, and I'm crying. Okay, and I cried in the Dunkin' Donuts.
Wow. Something that a
somebody mentioned Kobe. That was the last time that I remember being out.
Yeah, that
was a year ago too.
It was over a year ago, and that is my memory of 2020. That and that Tame Impala.
January 26th, 2020. Yeah.
Yeah, that Tame Impala.
I remember.
Very strange now looking back.
God damn.
I remember texting my dad. So I have a boomer dad.
What?
An old boomer dad who's great.
Wait,
I love him.
Older than 55? Are you kidding me?
My dad is old, and it's great. But my dad's he's also a basketball guy. Like, he played basketball. He really wanted me to be a boy who played basketball. And so I texted him that Kobe died. Kobe died on his birthday. And I was like, oh my God, Kobe Bryant died. And he texted me back and said, who is Kobe Bryant?
Whoa.
And I was like, Dad, what did you just say to me? And he was like, I don't know who that is. I was like, yes, you do. And so I called him on the phone. I was like, Kobe Bryant, the Kobe Bryant. He was like, oh, that's really sad. I was like, yeah, thanks, Dad.
But how do you not know who
And he's a basketball dude. It was an enigma to me. I don't know.
Somebody that played in the NBA for 20 years and you didn't even hear of them when they.
And he played for my dad's rival team. My dad's a huge Celtics fan.
They played in a championship against them too.
Wait, Oscar,
against Kobe Bryant. God damn it!
Does your dad know that Bill Russell is alive?
My dad, yes.
Okay, because that would be exciting news. I feel like that would be great. That would be
like,
no way.
It was one of those. I think it was one of those things where he was just in a text message. He was like, I don't know what this says. I'm an old man. I'm not gonna read this. And then I called him. He was like, oh. I was like, was this just a senior moment? I hope he's not watching. I don't think he is. He doesn't have social media. Sorry, Dad. If that was embarrassing.
Yeah, I doubt he found his way to Twitch.
Yeah, that's.
Doesn't know who Kobe Bryant is.
The upsetting thing is that my mom might be watching.
Oh, hello, Mrs. I won't say your last name.
Mrs. OBJ. Don't say my last name. Yeah, thanks. I told Danny while we were on perpetual mute that my mom follows me on Twitter.
Oh, that's terrible. Oh, I'm so glad that my mom passed before she figured out Twitter, because oh God, she should never have seen the things that I do there.
I sometimes tweet things and I'll be like, my mom will think this is really funny.
My mom didn't find anything I ever did funny.
I'll drink to that. What'd you say, Danny?
How often does she send you tweets? Back of yours? Once a week? Is it a check-in? Hey?
It'll be or what she'll do, I would say once every few weeks, but this is the damning thing is that we will be FaceTiming and she will reference one of my tweets from an hour previous. I'm
that's terrible.
That's not a thing that I appreciate at all, actually.
That should be illegal. You should never be able to talk to somebody about their tweet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree with that. I agree with that sentiment. I wish nobody would ever talk to me about my tweets. But that is actually what a lot of people talk to me about. So.
In real life, in person, or on the internet?
Both.
People will come up with
you seem like.
Will people come up with you with a To Catch a Predator Chris Hansen chat log and be like, March 25th, what's going on?
Dude, oh my God. You don't know this story.
I mean, of course I
Mike does.
Mike
knows this. Yeah, right? Because you do know this story. So the Twitter account that I have now, objsucks, I started it in April of last year, so not even a year ago.
Oh, because you got shut down, right?
So I had a Twitter account previous to that was did not have nearly as much popularity, but I had a dude low-key stalking me. Like, he recognized me in public from my Twitter, and like
Oh,
would
no.
occasionally, like, I would open my DMs. I would recognize him in public twice from Twitter, which is fucked up. And then I was at the Rockefeller Center subway station on 47th, and I get like a random DM from the student. He was like, "Are you on the F platform at 47th?" And I was like, "No more Twitter, absolutely no more Twitter. Like, we're done with this." And that, you followed me on that account, Mike. And then when I started this new Twitter, you thought that I just
because I was
soft-blocked
like,
you.
I was like,
You were
what the fuck?
You were
Because
like
I like.
salty about it. You're like, yeah. You were like, this
Oh
bitch
no,
just
because I wasn't
soft-blocked me.
salty about it. I was being a prick about it, but I just busted your balls. I didn't really.
Are
give a
those
shit.
not synonymous? Being a prick? I guess you can be a prick without being salty.
Well,
yes.
I feel like you can be a. You could be a prick without being salty.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't hear. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and you can also be salty without being a prick, but like, why do that? That's not fun.
Oh yeah. Well, what's the fun of that?
Yeah. So anyway, now that I have this Twitter, the good news is it was born in quarantine, April 2020, and I've just had it. So I've not had to go out in public, and I've not had to deal with anybody being like, "Are you on 47th and 6th?" And me then have a panic attack. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God, that sounds.
If that dude is watching, please log off. I don't want you.
Yeah. It's funny. It's There's been times where I've been walking around and like I've had a mask on, and somebody's been like, "Hey, Mike," and I'm just like, "How the fuck do they know it's me?" And then I realize I have a faded shirt on or a faded hat on or something that
and then
they're
you're like, "Oh, okay, like
that's probably Mike." It's like if you saw Kobe Bryant out and you're like, I'm not sure if it's him, but he is wearing his uniform at this Starbucks.
He's wearing his whole uniform, so maybe it's Kobe Bryant. I'm not sure though. I can't really be sure. Just yell Kobe and see if he turns around. I finished my drink. Did you?
Yeah,
did you
I'm
finish?
close, but let's get started on drink number 2.
Yes.
Okay. What's drink number 2? You pick the next one, Danny.
Danny, you pick that while I rinse out my tin.
I will say it's unfair that you get to call us babies, and we can't even call you anything Danish because there are no Danish insults. But I'll take it.
Nobody is. Well, what else am I? I'm a little bit Italian. I'm like less than a third Italian. So I guess you can group me in with you.
I'm 100%. I can't. I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
So I have to reject. I'm gonna be a personal Ellis Island and shut that down.
Oh, so I have to go back now. I can't come into the country.
Where is Danish land? It is Denmark. Okay, that took me a second.
Danish land. Actually, it is called Danish land. It's recognized at the UN as Danish land. I heard.
For reals?
Yeah, Danish land.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So that's
Yes,
pretty sure.
I did just compare myself to Kobe. For those of you in the chat, fucking going back and forth, I did.
I wasn't going to comment on that, considering why be mean to you so early? I've only had one drink. Okay, ice. I need ice. What do we make? Wait, what are we making next? What's next?
Danny, what do you want to make next?
We have the mint julep from the Corpse Survivor. I'd say we go out with a bang, even though Mike's going to want to make a 4th drink, but we should close with the Corpse Survivor, and then we should go julep now. How do you feel about
All right, julep next. Okay, julep is a little funky. If somebody's not made a mint julep before.
I have.
Because you don't have to do any shaking or anything like that. And you don't even need ice yet. So.
Did I make the wrong decision? Should we go julep last?
No. Julep is good. Julep is like nice and refreshing, and then a Corpse Survivor is like, 3 different kinds of alcohol that can just fuck me right up. Yeah. Okay. Mint julep. You need mint for mint julep. Do you guys have mint?
I will
We do.
pretend.
Oh, 1 sec. Let me just throw the.
Oh, did you pick this?
Right, I'll wait.
Wait, did you pick this because Kentucky?
I picked it, yes, because Kentucky, because I always go to the Kentucky Derby, because on top of that, I'm also a horse girl, which
Oh, God.
kind of a well-kept secret. What does it explain?
That explains so much.
I will beat you up. I really will.
So wait, you have gone to the Kentucky Derby multiple times.
Yeah, a bunch.
How are they? Do you have a favorite one? I've always wanted to go. What's it like?
Do I have a favorite what? Do I have a favorite Kentucky Derby? There's only one. Yeah, no, the Kentucky Derby's great. It's always the first Saturday in May. Fun fact, the Friday before the Kentucky Derby, which is the day before the Kentucky Derby. All of the public schools in Louisville, it's just a holiday. They have off because it's Oaks Day. Yep, because the city wants us to drink and party and hang out. Yeah, no, the Derby's incredible. Very big fan. And the mint juleps there are expensive and they're not very good, actually.
I can believe that.
Yeah, like because they make them in mass. They sell like hundreds of thousands of them. So you're better off just like getting a really good mint julep at a restaurant in Louisville versus actually getting one at the Derby because they're not great. Are y'all ready to make one?
Yeah, let's do it. What are we gonna need?
Right.
So we need
you
the
need
bourbon,
mint.
simple.
You need bourbon, simple, mint, and ice is really it. Crushed ice is better, but I don't have crushed ice because I am just not.
I do. Let me get a thing of crushed ice then.
You have crushed ice? That's very.
I
I
have a freezer that has ice and it can crush it.
All right, I'll get some crushed ice too.
Well, everyone,
My fridge does it.
another question for the chat: what is the most electric sports environment that you've ever been to, where you're like, I feel like the ground is shaking and I'm scared, but in a good way?
Sports environment?
Yeah. What's the most electric sports environment that you can remember? Anyone in the chat?
Honestly,
it's for everyone.
Honestly, I'm not going to say the Kentucky Derby because I feel like that's lame, but it's a very electric environment that is unlike any other sporting event. I'm going to get ice and then I'll noodle it.
Yeah, no problem. Duke, UNC, and Cameron Indoor. I mean, it doesn't get. I mean, my stock answer was sophomore year of college when we played Duke. Anytime you play Duke in college, the atmosphere gets bumped 10 million%.
Yeah. I'll probably say Red Sox, Yankees, 2004, Game 4.
Ooh, that's 3-1, huh?
Almost 3-0. We were down 3-0.
You still have still second.
Dog, we almost left like right before that. Like the inning before that, we were like, if they don't get anything after this inning, we're done.
Also, Mike, I know unfortunately that is a lie because your real answer for the people who don't know is when you found out where Osama bin Laden had died.
Oh, you're absolutely right. Never mind. Yep, you're right. That is absolutely number one answer.
For the newcomers, Mike, please say the story.
So where I was in Tampa, Florida, visiting a buddy of mine, and I'm pretty sure it was Tampa. It was Florida. I'm pretty sure it was Tampa. It might have been
All
Orlando.
Florida is
I'm pretty
Tampa.
sure it was Tampa though. And I was at we found out that WWE was in town and for a pay-per-view, and we decided to go to it. And John Cena won the match, and at the end of it, he grabbed the microphone and told all of us that Osama bin Laden had been killed, and the place fucking went nuts. It was the craziest.
What did he say? How did he say that?
He said that Osama bin Laden had been compromised to a permanent end, and the place just fucking erupted.
That's a very metal way to say that. Good for him.
Rush Limbaugh compromised to a permanent end earlier this
That's
week.
right. That's right. Don't you forget it.
So it goes on there.
Yeah.
It was my birthday.
Happy birthday.
No, I'm sorry. I just lied. It's in August. I
was like, wait a goddamn minute. I was like, I remember doing a birthday show from Arizona.
It was all
Danny, how old are you?
I'm 44. How old?
44. He's 20.
No, I'm 26.
26.
You're 26?
26.
Wow. You're so young.
Aren't you 27?
Yeah. No, I'm 26. I'm also 26.
Okay.
All right. 1994. All right.
We got crushed ice.
Okay, you don't have to use the crushed ice yet. First, you need a glass.
I got it.
You have an empty glass.
Yes.
Don't pour Buffalo Trace in crushed ice yet. You need an empty glass.
Okay.
All right, get an empty glass. Put like 8 mint leaves in it. None of the stems. We just want leaves. Just leaves. Oh, mint smells great. This is awesome. I feel like it's derby time, but it's February and I have seasonal depression.
Ugh, it is rough right now.
I actually have a sad lamp. Should I keep it on? Look at that.
Whoa!
I've even been getting sun. Like, the sun hasn't even been that bad
Yeah,
here
you live in LA, Mike. Fuck you. You can't talk about
and
this
I'm
impression.
still
Okay.
just like,
Once you got mint, you're gonna put simple in it next.
uh-huh.
Still no ice, still no bourbon. I like to do a quarter ounce of simple. Most mint juleps call for a half ounce. That to me is a little too sweet.
Yeah.
But you know, it's your life, so do what you want. Yeah, so mint, quarter to a half ounce of simple, and then you are going to muddle these guys. But the important thing is that you do it really gently. You don't actually want to break the leaves.
No,
You just kind of want to like, you just want to make it smell good. Like as soon as it starts to smell minty, then you're kind of in good shape. All right, that's sufficiently muddled. Bourbon time. Still no ice. Okay.
Oh shit.
You easy on the ice. Yeah, no, ice was last, pal. Come on.
Sorry.
Hey,
You're so eager.
I don't have mint, but get your shit together.
Mike doesn't follow directions.
I just realized I was trying to split it in two because I was gonna put it in these. I was gonna make one for my roommate.
For your
2 ounces of bourbon.
2 ounces.
2 ounces of bourbon.
2 ounces of bourbon. I'm using Woodford because why the fuck would I not?
I did Buffalo Trace this week and I'm pretty happy with it.
Right, because it was on sale, right?
Yeah, it was what was it, like 24 for $7.50?
That's awesome. Yeah, that's great.
I try to because every time I go into Bevmo, I like try to hit $100 because I save $10 when I do it. I just like try to get stuff that I haven't got yet.
Right. Yeah. You got to stock up. You got to build that. You know, it all works out. So you should just have mint and bourbon and simple in a glass like this. Okay. And then you're gonna put crushed ice on top of it until the glass is full, and then you stir until the glass feels cold, or until it's frosted. So it should look like it's basically just ice because it's like, you know, you're supposed to drink this in the middle of the fucking summer. It's supposed to be hot as hell. I just spilled ice all over the place. But what do I care? This is my house.
You can't see it. It looks like you could be like mixing soup. Oh, there's a drink. Although, what about food you're making soup?
So here's a fun, cool thing about mint juleps. They're served, or like typically supposed to be served, domed, like literally like an icy, like where the ice is like made a nice little dome on top of the glass. And they actually sell these things specifically to make you do that, to help you do that.
Whoa.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to do it because my ice isn't like crushed enough, but that's what this would be.
So that would
and then
you shake it against it?
No, like you would like cover this in ice and then like tamp it down to make a dome.
Because that looks like.
But yeah, no.
That looks like what a priest eats cereal with. Like, there it is. Yeah. Oh well, there's little holes in it.
There are little holes. Yeah. All right, and then you just
Priest
take it and
milk. Remember that. Oh wow, that looks legit.
I absolutely do not fuck around, dude.
Are you a seasoned
and then you
bartender, or are you a seasoned of? I mean, I don't.
No, I come from a family of people who drink.
You know what? I made a fucking drink for my roommate, and she's not here.
And then you garnish with mint, and then you drink it. That's mint julep.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
whoa, we got a second sprig. It looks like a house plant.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
you gotta just like fuck it right up. And then you should drink it with a straw in Kentucky fashion, but like, actually, I'm gonna do that.
We're doing
I have paper straws because I'm environmentally conscious. Oh, guys.
You said you're doing paper.
I have,
You know what
I
I'm
have
gonna open my
I
straws
have metal
with?
straws because I have
This is-
zero waste for it.
Okay, I've got my straws. This is a letter opener taken specifically from the desk of an executive at Enron when the company collapsed. It was collected by a bankruptcy attorney.
Because you're a big Enron head.
Yeah,
right?
you can't see it, but it says opening the Enron era, 1997. Yeah, I'm an Enron head for sure. which I don't even really know what that means, but I definitely
actually, do you think Mark Cuban's watching right now?
Oh, Mark, are you watching? Will you please Venmo me $100,000?
Yeah, Venmo all of us $100,000.
Oh my God,
Mark, I'm seeking an investment, 100% for $100,000. Please just Venmo me as much money as you
0%. No,
can.
give him 0% for $100,000.
No, he can have as much of me as he wants.
Should we?
What for $100,000?
Hold on, guys. Should we Shark Tank right now? Should we pitch? Just in case he's listening?
No.
Fucking
Because I want him to keep following me.
He follows you on Twitter?
Yes, that's the whole thing.
That's the whole thing. Mark Cuban follows you on Twitter.com.
That's the whole thing.
Wow. All right. That's great.
Is he your most ridiculous? Is he your most ridiculous follower?
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Well, now we gotta look to see. One of you guys.
He's followed by like 8.5 million people, and he follows 1,600, most of which are like businessmen and world leaders and like Mavericks dudes, and then he follows me.
It just big head Bailey.
Yes, my colossal.
Omaha Bailey.
Olga Bailey.
Olga, is it really?
No, it's not Olga.
Oh.
Do I look like an Olga?
From Danish land. That's
Danny, what's your most ridiculous follow?
My most ridiculous follow.
That's a strong mid-lip, by the way. Good for me.
Well, it's my uncle. It's my uncle, the Pope. No. Who is
your uncle, the Pope?
No, it's not.
Vatican City.
Giannis used to follow me for a couple years because, like, early in his playing career, he followed like 100,000 people, and if you liked,
he
would just follow you.
So Giannis followed me for a couple years. But other than that, it's not. It's it's mostly people.
I remember like before I had 1,000 followers, I had for some reason Pam Grier followed me.
That's a random one.
And like Chris from the Backstreet Boys.
So my mom went to high school with the Backstreet Boys. Okay, so like that is pretty fucked up. Mark Cuban follows you.
Follows you. Wait, hold on. Can we get back to the Backstreet Boys? Did she go to high school with all of them, or just JC?
She went to high school with Brian and AJ. So Brian and AJ are from Kentucky, and that is where my mother is from.
Wow.
Makes sense. I thought they were from Orlando. I guess we learned something.
No, they're Kentucky boys.
When I heard Backstreet Boys for the first time, I said, these guys are from the heartland. These guys are from Middle America.
You hear them saying, and you're like, this dude is from Lexington, Kentucky, and went to Tate's Creek High School. Yeah,
this is practically bluegrass.
Same thing. Backstreet Bluegrass.
You know their album Black and Blue? It's just Black and Bluegrass.
Yes.
Black and Blue Moon over Kentucky.
Boo.
Yeah,
I can boo you on your own show.
That was a good another blue.
You should have booed me, actually.
That was we all should have been booed, but if we're having some fun, we have some fun. Jeez. Fucking Nick Carter. Aaron Carter was the one who got beat up in Boston. Nick Carter killed the guy.
I'm almost positive Nick Carter killed a guy. I don't want it. That might be.
Aaron Carter. So Aaron Carter is insane.
Yes.
He's a crazy person. He got his ass. So I was.
Wait, you said he got his ass bit? What'd you say?
He got his ass beat in Boston at a bar, in front of a bar that I had been at.
Where? Which bar?
It was West End Johnny's.
No.
He got his ass beat there. Yeah.
I guess he was coming out of some place and he was talking shit, and some guy yelled, "This is Backstreet Boy, or this is New Kids on the Block country," and fucking sucked him.
And he clocked him. Fucking clocked him.
Was that man Donnie Wahlberg?
No, I have no idea who it is. But if you look it up, it's a legitimate, a legit thing that happened. It was over fucking New Kids on the Block.
Good Lord.
New Kids on the... Wait, were you a Backstreet Boys or an NSYNC guy? Both of you.
They all.
Why do you look so bashful all of a sudden? You're like,
yeah, he got nervous.
I didn't really have a.
Say 90 degrees, you won't.
Oh, listen, 98 Degrees has
No.
some bangers. Let's
Nick
not front.
Lachey. No, we don't talk about Nick Lachey.
Dog, come on.
Shay,
Come on.
Shay.
I don't know. I just feel like if you're talking about the Backstreet Boys and you're talking about NSYNC and you rope 98 Degrees into it, it's just like it's boys versus men.
Yeah.
Like we
But-
don't.
Oh, but 98. But if we're talking about like a top 10 in that time, they deserve
A top
fucking-
10 boy bands of 5+ members, yes, 98 Degrees would be in the top 10.
I think if we're even talking about a top 5 in the 90s.
I can't even name more 5+ man boy bands.
Oh, Liz, we're talking about what do you mean stream tags?
I get one every time you have a stream. You know
That's
this.
not how that works.
That's true. She does get a blonde every
No,
time.
she
You come to
does,
my
yeah.
house every Thursday, and then you stumble
Can you
around
please
with
just
your
give-
shirt off.
Give the woman what she wants.
Goddamn
This is
26
Mike,
grand.
give your female fiance a blonde, please.
your
I'm
female.
not even taking
She's
it.
bogarting my
Mike, that's
weed.
what Mike says. That's how Mike says it.
No, I know. Give her anything she wants. She wants $100,000. Mark Cuban, if you're watching.
Mark Cuban, give my fiance $100,000 so she'll leave me alone.
I'll take that.
No.
Mark Cuban, give me $100,000 so I never have to go on Twitter again.
Yes.
You would
I still will, though.
absolutely still go on Twitter.
What the fuck? You don't have to call me out like that. Yes, I would. Twitter is a
Of
prison.
course I have to
and
call
am
you out like that. You think I'm gonna let you lie on my program, on my network?
on my network. Oh God.
You think I'm gonna broadcast lies on the internet? Absolutely not. I won't be party to it.
You're right. I would still tweet, and I would actually probably tweet more. So, thanks for calling me out.
You pivot to your
Yeah, if I had
you
like
pivot to your Chrissy Teigen era, where it's like, this is, remember, I'm eating lobster off of Mark Cuban's face, and then
If I ever start to resemble Chrissy Teigen on the internet, just take me out back and shoot me between the eyes, if you would. If you, Danny, could I ask you to do that for me, please?
yeah, well, that is how all horse girls want to go. They want to be taken out back to the.
She does follow me, so I can't like.
Exactly.
There's so many times where I've been like, God, you guys are absolutely right to go.
This is
in
when
on
we
it, but-
remember that Mike has smoked weed one time in his life and cannot handle it. But yes, okay.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
This
Liz
is my
like,
first
you're
time
talking
meeting
about
Mike
Chrissy Teigen,
ever.
Absolutely. What's
This
that?
is my first time I said this is my first time meeting Mike, and I could have told
Yeah.
you that I knew that about him before this even happened. We're Twitter
Sure.
friends, right? Which is
We
a
are.
really weird phenomenon to describe to people when they're like, "How do you know that person?" I'm like, Twitter."
Yeah, but it's also like there's a lot of people that I wouldn't have met without Twitter. Like my
Same,
best
Jeff.
friends out here, I wouldn't have met without Twitter. Like Ian and Sean and David and all them, I wouldn't have met
Mike,
without
my-
Twitter.
When you move
My
to
best friend is Jessica Whitney, and I met her on
Hmm.
Twitter.
I met her on Twitter. You met her on Twitter too?
I met her on Twitter. She's my best
Jessica,
friend.
you've met her before. She's come to On Deck.
I wouldn't be here without my meeting Mike on Twitter. I DM'd Mike. I
You
slid
all met
Yeah.
on Twitter?
DMs to
What's that?
help out on the show. What'd you say?
He
Mike?
did.
ignore that.
It was right when we started Faded when we used to have a fucking stand-up comedy show. Remember that?
Getting you some back.
Rolled into
Thank you.
On Deck in my Bonzi Wells jersey and
Sure
hung
did.
for his daughter's hand in marriage. And yes,
I have been Venmo'd a bunch. Thanks, people.
let's go.
Oh
Let's get
yeah,
it.
goddamn.
Usually Mike has to show feet for you to get Venmo. Goddamn, we're on a roll today.
Yeah, we did get up. Because we did get up to what was it, $1,000 that time I dumped him out.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing, Mike. You not dumping your feet out is kind of it's irresponsible because it makes money for people in need, and so every time you
Yeah.
hold back your feet, you're hurting people. You're hurting.
That- listen,
I personally, but like, no free feet pics. Like, we know this.
Yeah,
This
no,
is
they've
Absolutely not.
never been free.
Liz, do you
Has
want to be able to
anybody-
hear?
More importantly, has anybody guessed my first name, and who does Mike owe $150 to?
Do you
Not
want to
even-
guess what Bailey's real
not even-
first name is? It starts with an L. She won't tell us.
She's Danish. She's Danish.
What is it?
Yes.
Odette?
Oh,
Odette?
Dad? Oh, that's kind of pretty. No,
That's like Toadette, but without the toad part.
I'm a toad.
Shout out, Toad the King. We
I
love
guess Orenthal, and she said
Oren-
it's not that.
It's Orville Redenbacher.
What are you
Bailey.
doing with our dogs?
I'm putting them on harnesses so that they can play with Ozzy.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
yeah, Ozzy. Oh my God, is your name Ozzy? Holy shit!
Oh, is it Ozzy?
The serendipity.
It's Osborne. Yeah, it's Osborne. I'm in the process of trying to get a dog, and I want to name it Ozzy. Actually, fun
What kind
fact.
of dog are you gonna get?
So there's this shelter in Chicago that I'm like approved with, and every time they get a new puppy, I'm just like, give it to me, and I've just not been first in line yet. I'll pretty much take anything they have, but if it's a boy, I'm gonna name it Ozzy.
And if it's
Well,
a
there you
girl,
go. Bailey's gonna name her dog Ozzy. She's in the process of trying to adopt a dog.
You all have a dog named Ozzy? Am I copying you? Is that what this is?
No, so our housemate Dinah just got a dog. What, Saturday? Sunday? Saturday, and it just got its name yesterday. Yesterday, she finally settled on a name. We were testing a couple.
Is Dinah a Black Sabbath fan?
No, I don't think so. I think
No, Mike, she's a huge fan of Brave second baseman Ozzy Alvis, right?
That's what it is.
Cardinals shortstop Ozzie Smith.
Yes, she's a big fan of the Wizard of Oz.
There are a lot of Ozzies, eh?
That's honestly that I'm tapped out. That's all I got.
Is it Ophelia?
Oh, that's pretty, but no.
Ophelia is the one that died in that Shakespeare thing.
Take it off. Liz said it's on her list of baby names, and I'm what did I say? What is this? Ophelia?
Is it oblong, like the shape of a
Oval?
Like the shape of my head? Like the shape of my head?
Whoa, your parents went.
Oh, they went very literal. Do you want to know something funny? Here's a cool funny fact. So my initials are OBJ, as we've mentioned. So my initials are OJ, effectively, if you cut out my middle name, and I was born on the same day as the OJ White Bronco chase.
Whoa, you're an OJ baby?
My mom was watching that when she was in labor with me, just like, then here I am.
That's honestly kind of.
And that's why they named you Orenthal, because they wanted to set the juice loose.
Yes.
I was gonna say,
100%.
I've never been in labor, and who knows, but I feel like you want to have something entertaining like that if you are in labor. Like that's got to be like kind of a best case scenario.
If I'm ever in a situation in which I am like absolutely forcing a human being out of my nether regions, I want to watch a car chase, and that's pretty much it.
My cousin is giving birth to twins this weekend. Like it is going to happen this weekend.
Ooh.
And I'm hoping that there's an awesome car chase or maybe like a fight.
Wait, you know what, Danny? You have to create the car chase. You have to commit a violent crime, and then you have to be on the run.
Bailey, you're playing
Take one for the team.
You're playing.
So my first week, the first week I got to LA, or it might have been the first month, was that do you guys remember that car chase in LA where those guys they had like a convertible Mustang and were doing like fucking donuts on the fucking 101?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. This guy, so the guy was like a tactical driver in like fucking Afghanistan. Like he, like I guess the cops thought he had a stolen car and they tried to just get away. They weren't in a stolen car. For some reason, they just decided to be complete fuckheads and try to get away from the cops, even though they were in a rental that they had rented. So they had no reason to fucking do it, and they just did. But he was just peeling donuts all over the place.
Sick.
That is
It
fun.
was pretty sick, but he went to jail for like 9 months off some like bullshit.
All right, you have a little bit of fun, and then you get all of your meals paid for 9 months. Not a big deal.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to go to jail.
Here's a fucked up question that I thought of the other day. And when I say the other day, I mean today.
Did you tweet it?
I didn't tweet it. I should have tweeted it. I tweet almost every other thing that I think, which I know that I think you newly followed me, right? So you'll learn this.
Yes. All right, here we go. I'm locked in.
Yeah, no, you'll learn that I tweet everything that I think. Here's a fucked up thing that I thought. I paid for my brain pills today because I have a fucked up brain and they require medication.
Mm-hmm.
It requires medication. If I went to prison, would I have to pay for my meds, or would they give them to me for free?
It's a good question.
Like, would they be like, here's your medicine? I'd be like, thanks, I don't have to pay for this. This is pretty cool.
Or do they consider something like brain pills like a fucking luxury there?
Yeah, I didn't think.
No, they'd have to give me.
Yeah, I didn't.
For like ADD, I don't know.
No, not ADD. I have anxiety. I take Zoloft.
Oh, well, I'm talking about. Oh, I thought usually brain pills. I assume ADD. But
No,
I'm
brain
like,
pills like a psychiatric medication, an
Hmm.
SSRI, if you will.
Oh, yeah.
PFSX, or you'll get an SSRI.
Serotonin reuptake inhibitor. Where my Wellbutrin high
Selective,
at? Where's the
selective
Wellbutrin high
serotonin.
at?
So Wellbutrin, not for me, but good for you. I'm glad you're on Wellbutrin.
I'm doing what I
It made me
can.
insane. Lexapro made me insane.
I mean, well,
Zoloft.
panic attacks are going to happen for me, and regardless. But you know,
I
finding the little one.
I had two just this week.
Bah! Cheers.
And okay, here's a half milligrams, but they gave me a 90-day supply.
Wow.
And I don't even take, like, that will last me years. Like, I take a Xanax, like, not even once a month.
Well, all right. If anyone knows any cool stuff to do on Xanax, any fun activities, lob them in the chat as well.
Oh, I got plenty.
I was going to say, it sounds like you ate any, but I don't, honestly, this is more for my education. What are fun things to do on Xanax?
Pretty much anything that you would normally do.
It's just better. It's just an enhanced experience.
You know what? I'm not going to promote how awesome benzos are because that's a very dangerous thing to promote. But they're very good and they're very helpful if you need them. But just don't mix them with alcohol.
a lot of that stream was cut off. We got kicked. I lost internet connection for a second, and I fixed it now, but a lot of that got lost.
Or not be like, hey, let me know some fun things to do when you're on benzos. Put them in the chat. Yeah. I'm done with my mint julep.
Oh yeah. What? Let's get started on this goddamn Corpse Survivor. It was pretty good. I tried it yesterday.
Kentucky Corpse Survivor. Thank you very much.
Let's do it.
Yeah, because she's
right.
from Louisville, Mike. You listen.
I'm from and Danny says it right, which is why Danny is my favorite person on this show. Mike, say it like you have a mouthful of marbles.
I went to broadcasting school. They forced it into me. They're like, you got to say Louisville.
Louisville. You can't say Louisville or Louisville. Okay. Corpse Survivor. Everybody needs a shaker and you need a coupe. Put ice in your shake.
And while Bailey is doing that, we'll remind everybody to fucking smash that Venmo. Smash that goddamn Venmo. Smash it good and hard.
Yeah, come on. That's why we do it. We're supporting the people. They're making drinks. They're hanging out with us on Thursday nights when they should be tweeting at Mark Cuban. Honestly, you should.
Can everybody tweet at Mark Cuban to give me $100,000? Be like, at M Cuban, give objsucks $100,000.
Can you come on the show and we try to like blueprint? Okay, this is how we get the money from Cube. Can we try to figure out how to heist cubes? Heist cubes.
So
heist cubes. I just.
Oh my God. Here's an interesting concept. If you want to talk about an entrepreneurial spirit, an ex-roommate of mine, Mark Cuban, followed me on my old Twitter account also. Mm-hmm. And an ex-roommate of mine, when Mark Cuban followed me, he was like, what you should do is you should go on Craigslist and you should list DM Mark Cuban directly on Twitter. And you should get people to bid for it and then have people, whoever the highest bidder is, get to DM Mark Cuban from your account.
How should you do that for Chrissy Teigen?
I have nothing I want to say to Chrissy Teigen.
Yeah, but like she's gonna unfollow me anyway, so I might as well like use it on something good. And like,
yeah, that's fair.
If so you have something really nasty, you are like really mean. Not nasty. I'm not gonna say like horny shit, but like if you want to say something like mean spirited, I'll be a vessel.
I'm not gonna say. Why would you even mention horny shit if you're not gonna say?
We're starting the bidding. We're starting the bidding. Did we lose it again?
1 sec. Oh, Jesus. Oh, fucking shit. Hold on 1 sec.
Okay, but what were you gonna say, Bailey? Before we get back on this, before
I got another $10. I love this show.
What have you been doing? Honestly, we kind of know, or like hopefully you did well.
I've gotten $55.
Let's go. That's enough to buy a video game. I know you were thinking about.
It's enough to pay for the booze that I'm using tonight, at least. Like, and then some. I don't know if people can hear me. If you can, thanks for Venmoing me. Follow me on Twitter, or don't. I don't care. It's your life.
That's true. Follow her on Twitter or don't if it's your life. I mean, that's kind of like, I feel like that's kind of the vibe of Twitter, where it's like, please read this, but also fucking who cares? I don't know. We're all dust in the wind. It's a fun vibe that